I don't think he loved me. I think he loved who I was when I hated myself. When we met, I was already broken. I didn't say that out loud because I didn't even have the language for it yet, but it showed in everything I did. I apologized too much, even when no one was upset. I second-guessed every decision, no matter how small. I laughed when I was uncomfortable because silence felt dangerous. I was the kind of person who asked, "Is this okay?" about everything. My words, my feelings, my presence. That's when he chose me. He didn't go after confident people. He didn't want someone loud or self-assured or grounded. He didn't want someone who took up space without asking permission. He noticed me because I was small, because I waited for approval, because I was grateful for attention instead of expecting respect. At the time, I thought that meant he saw something special in me, something other people missed. Now I understand that he saw something useful. At first, he was amazing. Everyone said so. Friends, family, even strangers, everyone thought I was lucky. He listened. He remembered little details. He noticed my moods before I mentioned them. He made me feel seen in a way I hadn't felt before. But looking back, he wasn't listening. He was studying. He was learning where I bent, learning which words made me doubt myself, learning how quickly I apologized, learning how easy it was to make me feel like I was the problem. He was learning how to sound like the solution to problems he hadn't created yet. He liked fixing me, but only in ways that made me dependent on him. If I disagreed with him, he didn't yell. He didn't raise his voice or insult me outright. He just looked hurt, confused, like I'd betrayed him by having my own thoughts. Then he'd say things like, "You've changed," or "You're not like this normally," or "I don't recognize you right now." And I'd panic, because I didn't want to lose the version of myself he approved of, the quiet one, the agreeable one, the version of me that didn't challenge him or question his reality. So I'd backtrack, apologize, soften my words, take responsibility for things I didn't do. He loved that. The more unsure I became, the kinder he was. When I cried, he was gentle and reassuring. When I doubted my memory, he corrected me calmly like he was helping me. When I said, "Maybe I'm overreacting," he nodded, relieved like I'd finally said something reasonable. He rewarded my self-doubt with affection, but the second I felt confident, really confident, everything shifted. If I spoke clearly without apologizing first, he went cold. If I stood by my feelings, he pulled away. If I trusted my instincts, he acted bored or distant, like I'd disappointed him somehow. Sometimes he made jokes that cut just enough to remind me not to get too comfortable. Sometimes he just withdrew completely. I learned quickly that being strong around him meant being alone. So I stopped. I started asking him what to think, what to feel, what to wear, what to say. I checked his reactions constantly, adjusting myself in real time. I told myself this was love, that we were just close, that he understood me better than anyone else ever could. But the truth is, he needed me unsure. My uncertainty made him important. My doubt made him necessary. My confusion made him powerful. When I tried to leave, I expected anger or desperation or tears, something emotional, something that proved he cared. He didn't beg. He didn't cry. He just looked at me and said, "You're going to regret this. You always fall apart without me." He said it calmly, like a fact, like a warning, like he was the only one who really knew me. And the worst part? For a second, I believed him. I left anyway, quietly. No big fight, no dramatic goodbye, no closure, just distance. It's been months now, and I still hear his voice in my head when I make decisions. I still hesitate before trusting myself. I still feel safer when I'm doubting, like certainty is something dangerous or irresponsible. I don't miss him. I miss who I was allowed to be when I didn't know my worth. When shrinking felt safe, when being unsure felt like love. He only wanted me when I didn't want myself, and it took losing myself completely to finally see that.